Tonight, panic is spreading quietly through Trump's inner circle after a MAGA congressman suddenly vanished from public view without clear explanation. Mike Johnson is reportedly scrambling behind the scenes, while Republicans refuse to answer the questions voters are now asking openly. And the longer this silence continues, the more suspicious this situation becomes. Something deeper may be unfolding here, and most Americans still have no idea. Subscribe for hidden updates. Republicans were already entering a dangerous political season before this disappearance ever became public. Poll numbers have been slipping, internal fights are growing louder, and Mike Johnson's majority in the House is so thin that even one missing vote can create chaos. That's what makes this situation feel far bigger than a routine absence. Behind closed doors, party leaders likely understand how damaging the truth could be if voters fully realized how fragile their control has become. And honestly, the silence itself is starting to tell a story. Do you think Republican leadership is hiding something more serious from the public right now? For weeks now, this congressman has seemingly vanished without a real explanation. Important votes have come and gone, public appearances stopped completely, and local constituent events quietly disappeared from the calendar. Yet every time reporters press Republican leadership for answers, they receive the same vague responses about personal matters or medical issues, without any clarity about when, or even if, he's coming back. Naturally, frustration is growing among voters who feel abandoned by someone elected to represent them during a critical political moment. And the longer the silence stretches, the more unsettling the situation becomes. If everything is truly under control, why avoid basic transparency? Why does nobody seem willing to speak plainly? At some point, people stop seeing this as privacy and start seeing it as concealment. What makes this situation truly dangerous for Republicans is the timing. Trump is already pushing a fragile political agenda through a deeply divided Congress, and Mike Johnson can barely afford to lose a single reliable vote. One missing congressman may not sound catastrophic at first, but in a razor-thin House majority, every absence shifts power, weakens leverage, and increases pressure behind closed doors. That's likely why leadership appears so desperate to contain the story instead of confronting it directly. Because this is no longer just about one man disappearing. It's becoming a symbol of a party struggling to project strength while quietly fighting instability from within. And every day Republicans avoid transparency, the controversy grows larger, the speculation becomes louder, and public trust erodes even further before the next critical election cycle. Americans are still waiting for clear answers, yet Republican leaders continue responding with silence, vague statements, and messaging. But in politics, unanswered questions rarely disappear quietly. In fact, the longer this mystery drags on, the more politically damaging it becomes for Trump, Johnson, and a party already struggling to hold itself together. What began as one missing congressman is now raising concerns about instability, transparency, and leadership behind the scenes. And if more details eventually surface, this story could become far bigger than Republicans expected. Stay informed, stay questioning, and keep paying attention, because this may only be the beginning.